A very good evening and a warm welcome to this week's last edition of Primetime News. I'm Selima Shimwefeleni Masipa. As usual, if it's your first time joining us, do subscribe, hit the like button, and be sure to click on the notifications bell to stay up to date with the latest happenings locally and globally. In our lead story tonight, President Dr. Hage Geingob will officially open the 2022 fifth session of the 7th Parliament on Tuesday next week.
According to the National Assembly Public Relations Officer David Nahonganja on Thursday, Geingob will officially open Parliament as per Rule 15 of the Standing Rules and Orders of Parliament. He said the August House is set to discuss various bills which include the Combating of Rape, Combating of Domestic Violence Amendment Bills, as well as the High Court Amendment Bill. Other bills that are expected to be discussed are the Magistrates Court Amendment Bill, Divorce Bill, Torture Bill, Ombudsman Bill, Obsolete Laws Bill, Child Justice Bill, Repeal of Administration of Estates Amendment Bill, Marriage Bill, Uniform Matrimonial Property Regime Bill, Civil Registrations Bill, Public Procurement Amendment Bill, Property Valuers Amendment Bill, as well as Metrology Bill.
On to the Kavango West region. The Director of Health in the Kavango West region, Francisca Hamutenya, says the COVID-19 test results for international travelers passing through Angola into Namibia via the Katwitwi border should come from a certified laboratory.
Hamutenya said this on Thursday on the sidelines of the official opening of the Katwitwi border by the Namibia and Angolan governments. Last month, the two nations resolved to open the Katwitwi and Santa Clara borders for the movement of people and goods after they were closed in 2020 to control the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. Hamutenya said international travelers are required to present a negative PCR test which should not be more than 72 hours old. Travelers, she said, should also provide an isolation certificate which would indicate that he or she was quarantined. She said those who fail to present results or a vaccination card will be subjected to a mandatory quarantine for 7 days.
Back in the Commerce region, the Roads Authority on Thursday launched a new driving license card embedded with improved designs and features that include facial and fingerprint identification technology to curb identity fraud.
During the launch in Windhoek, RA Chief Executive Officer Conrad Lotombi said the development of the new driver's license cards was prompted by the requirements to have a card that is fully compliant to the International Standard Organization with enhanced safety features. He said the new driver's license card will have a biometric technology to ensure that a driver's license card is issued to the same person that successfully completed the learner and driving tests. Additionally, law enforcement officials will be given devices which will assist them in determining the authenticity of the card and will also be provided with equipment that will be linked to the system to verify if the driver's license card is valid and if the driver has any outstanding traffic fines. Lutombi said they undertake to reduce the turnaround time of the production of the driver's license cards to less than 10 working days.
Shifting our attention to continental news, African Union foreign ministers on Thursday concluded the 40th ordinary session of the African Union Executive Council as the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, insecurity, and socio-economic development took center stage. Xinhua brings us more.
Topics such as the devastating effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, the increasing threats of security from conflicts and terrorism, and the socio-economic development on the continent dominated the two-day session. The session of EU foreign ministers was held at the headquarters of the EU in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, physically for the first time since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. The ministers emphasized that progress in vaccination against COVID-19 on the continent remains very slow and made increasing access of all Africans to the vaccine a priority for the EU. Speaking at the opening ceremony of the session, EU Commission Chairperson Moussa Faki Mahamat noted that the continent needs $454 billion to respond to the economic crisis caused by the pandemic. This year marks the 20th anniversary of the founding of the AU as a successor to the Organization of African Unity.
Stand by for your top roundup. In an interesting development, the National Petroleum Corporation of Namibia, NAMCOR, announced earlier today that its Graph 1 deepwater exploration well has made a discovery of light oil in both primary and secondary targets. Xinhua is tracking this developing story and brings us more.
The state-owned oil company said that together with its partners Shell Namibia Upstream BV and Qatar Energy, the Graph 1 well has proved a working petroleum system for light oil in Namibia's offshore Orange Basin, 270 kilometers from the town of Oranjemund. NAMCOR marketing manager Paulo Coelho said, drilling operations commenced in early December 2021 and were safely completed in early February 2022. He added that in the coming months, we will perform extensive lab analysis in order to gain a better understanding of the reservoir quality as well as potential flow rates achievable. Coelho said further exploration activity, including a second exploration well, will be required to determine the size and recoverable potential of the identified hydrocarbons. NAMCOR Managing Director Emmanuel Mulunga said, "We hope that this discovery puts to rest doubts about the hydrocarbon potential of Namibia and opens a new dawn in the country's future prosperity."
The Bank of Namibia unveiled the modified $10 banknote with the current governor's signature, making Johannes Gavagap the third Namibian governor whose signature appears on Namibian banknotes.
Our Namibia dollar is widely used in our economy, but more than that, it serves other important purposes. Our banknotes reflect the diversity as a people. It reflects our fauna and flora, our majestic animals, and the beauty that Namibia offers. Our heroes are celebrated on our notes, preserving our country's rich history of posterity. Tourists are taking our banknotes as souvenirs, and our banknotes are highly sought after in the international collectors market. Consequently, we have to maintain the quality of our banknotes with cutting-edge security features which render them easy to identify and make them difficult to counterfeit. The 10 Namibia dollar banknote modification depicts a new visible security feature. This entails the official signature of the governor printed in raised ink on the front side of the banknote and the year of print 2021 on the back side of the note. It is important to emphasize that all other security features remain unchanged on both the obverse and the reverse side of the banknote.
That's all the top news we had for you tonight. Kindly stay tuned for your economics roundup, followed by the weather forecast.
Welcome to All Things Sport on Sport Planet with me, Michael Madimba. In tonight's sports segment, we begin with AFCON news. Egypt defeated host nation Cameroon 3-1 through a penalty shootout on Thursday in the African Cup of Nations semi-final to reach the final in style. Xinhua brings us more.
The North Africans will clash with Senegal, who beat Burkina Faso 3-1 at the Amadou Ahidjo Stadium on Wednesday. Egyptian goalkeeper Mohamed Abou Gabal was the champion for the Egyptians, saving from both Harold Mokudi and James Leasiliki in the shootout at the Olembe Stadium before Clinton G blazed wide with Cameroon's last chance to keep their dream alive. Egypt will be looking forward to earning the trophy for the 7th time when they clash with Senegal on Sunday. Cameroon will face Burkina Faso in the third-place playoff on Saturday.
Moving on to Spanish football. Athletic Bilbao defeated Real Madrid in a Copa del Rey quarter-final match played last night. More on the story from DPA.
Alex Berenker struck a brilliant winner in the 89th minute to send Marcelino's men into the last four, where Valencia, Real Betis and Rayo Vallecano await. Madrid had beaten Athletic 2-0 in last month's Supercopa final, but could not find a breakthrough at San Mamés in the absence of Karim Benzema. It means Athletic, who eliminated Barcelona in the previous round, could now reach their third consecutive Copa final, having lost the previous two to Barca and Real Sociedad.
Your sports roundup is up next. As we commemorate World Cancer Day, we take this opportunity to extend our support to all cancer survivors and remember those who lost the battle to the scourge. With that short message, we've come to the end of tonight and the week's Primetime News Bulletin. Many thanks for joining us. A kind reminder that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, share and click on the notifications bell to stay posted on the freshest happenings locally and internationally. Do feel free to add your comments as well in the comment section. Catch us on Monday next week for your edition of Primetime News. From myself, Michael Madimba, and the entire production crew, wishing you a fantastic weekend.